Hey, it's Craig, and I wanted to cover with you quantum leaps and share with you the concept of quantum leaps because I've been having many conversations in the groups that I'm involved in on Facebook and on LinkedIn, on Twitter as well, about the concept of quantum leaps. Quantum leaps are very, very powerful. They take you from where you are today to where you want to be, often with skipping many of those steps that people think you have to go through to make improvement. And one of the things that I like to keep in my mind is I have this picture of a guy running across through this terrain, which is very foreign, very difficult, very challenging. And you see him make this massive leap. And it looks like, to me, I don't think I could make that leap physically myself. He looks like a guy who's got great energy. He's got great lift. He's got great strength in his body and in his legs. And who knows where he's going to land? That's the thing that captures me, is who knows where this person is going to land, because he's actually made the leap with full energy, full focus. He's not looking down. He's not looking behind him. He's absolutely focused on what's ahead of him, his goal of his destination. So when I think of quantum leaps, I think of this picture. And so, sometimes we can be satisfied with incremental gains, small gains. For example, you might be in an education program where you just have to go through step by step each of the units of learning, each of the parts of the course, so you incrementally gain the knowledge so that you can graduate or get success in that area. So sometimes we can be satisfied with incremental gains. We can accept that incremental gains is the process we have to go through. So quantum leaps are absolutely not incremental gains. Quantum leaps are absolutely not bite-sized, process locked-in strategies that move us from one place to the other. It's absolutely not about being satisfied with incremental gains. See, when we make the shift, we can make it in specific areas. We can make it in our personal fitness or health. We can make it in our financial situation. We can make it in certain relationships. It may be that there's a relationship in your life which needs to move forward. I'm going to get a little bit personal here. Now, I remember a time when I was in a meeting and the door was closed and I was meeting with a female. And my wife came into the room. She wasn't expecting that I was meeting with a female with the door closed, because we'd actually had this agreement and I'd forgotten about it, or I hadn't put it in place, or I hadn't followed through with it because of the person that was talking to me about a very difficult situation. So I had this door closed, meeting with a female in my work environment. My wife came in and then we had a conversation about it, and later on it didn't end well. I was very proud. I didn't respond well. I antagonized the situation. And because of my response, I held on to my attitude, I held on to my positioning, I held on to my status in my professional realm, and let that explain away and put aside the personal commitment that I'd made with my wife about making sure that relationship-wise, even in a professional environment, I was safe, because I could have left the door open because my secretary was sitting outside. She was trustworthy, she was confidential, so I could have left the door open, even though the person in my employment was talking about a very difficult personal circumstance that our organisation needed to support her about. I could have left the door open, but I didn't. And instead of explaining and understanding and responding, I reacted. And I reacted out of pride. And it probably took a couple of months for me to come back to my wife and say, I'm sorry. I didn't behave in the way that we agreed we would. I responded out of pride, and I'm not going to do that again. You're worth so much more than any temporary embarrassment. And if those were the exact words I used, I'm not sure, but that was absolutely the intention of our conversation. And it really healed the relationship between my wife and I, because we had drifted apart. We were responding to each other out of held on to anger. And what it allowed us to do was make a quantum leap in our relationship. And what it did is it actually healed other areas of our relationship, because it opened up a new level of transparency between us that we hadn't experienced before. Now, that's a very personal example of making a quantum lift, quantum shift, quantum leap in one specific area. But it took a deliberate action and a deliberate focus. And in my mind was the outcome of our restoration of our relationship. But I didn't actually know what I was going to say and how I was going to say it. I just made the leap. And it really made a jump for us to this day. So in my mind and in your mind, in any area that you want to make the specific quantum leap, you need to be clear about your definite purpose. What is your clear and your worthy goal that you're pursuing to make this quantum leap? Is it in your income area and you have a goal target amount of money in mind for savings or for monthly income or for a project where you need to gain financial backing? Is it in your physical fitness that you need to achieve a marathon, which is coming up in 5 months' time? So you need to put a plan in place and you don't know how you're going to get there. You don't have the body to do it. You don't have the clothing to do it. You don't have the training partner to do it. You've never pushed yourself physically like that before. This is a definite purpose, and it's a clear and worthy goal because you know that on the journey to that purpose, you're going to make some incremental and quantum leaps in your physical fitness, your personal health, and your personal discipline to get yourself there. So you need to have a definite purpose and a clear and a worthy goal. So it's going to take you and me, it's going to take us having a clear purpose, because when we have a clear purpose, it focuses our attention on what we want, and so things start to pop up in our environment because we have an expectation, we have an energy level. Basically, the word we use is our vibration operates at a new level because we're focusing, we're talking, we're thinking, we're looking for things that are going to help us get to our purpose because our attention is on it. Our vibration, our energy level is higher. And what happens? We start to see things, people, and strategies and techniques and resources in our environment that were there all along, an unlimited resource and supply that can help us plan to get where we want to go. So we need our clear and worthy purpose and destination, operate with an intention to reach it, our energy level lifts, and those resources become available. So once we see out to where we want to go, even if we don't have a plan to get from place A to place B, that will come. It will come on the way. So making a quantum leap is a terminology and a book written by Price Pritchett, and I absolutely recommend it. It's called U Squared. And in the book U Squared, Price Pritchett talks about making quantum leaps. And I strongly encourage everyone, if you're interested in making significant gains in many or even one area of your life, grab that book, U Squared by Price Pritchett. You see, it's not about making tweaks. It's not about tweaking little areas of your life. I'm going to maybe eat one meal less a month. I'm going to go to the gym maybe once a week. I'm going to stop hanging out or watching less of those types of movies which are having a detrimental effect. I'm going to study one course next year in my professional area. I'm going to spend one afternoon after school a month with my daughter doing her homework. It's not tweaking one little area in action in our life. It's an explosive movement forward in a specific area that we want to get a quantum leap on. It's about status quo, where we are now, into status goal state. We're moving from where we are to where we want to be with a massive, ginormous, explosive movement, full intention, full energy, full declaration to get yourself there. You see, we need to have unconventional growth that can only come through taking unconventional action and unconventional thinking being put into place. This is what Tom Sudi says, that we need to have unconventional thinking and unconventional action must follow that to get us to have this unconventional growth. Because incremental tweaking will not get us to where we want to go. I'm getting very excited, so my words are stumbling a little bit. I've got a great deal of excitement about this concept of quantum leaps because I really want to get you this idea. You see, actually, if you've been looking for a sign, you've been looking for a push, you've been looking for someone to give you permission, this is the sign you've been looking for. Now is the time to make this significant quantum leap in your life in this area where you want to make a change. Don't wait for anyone else to give you permission. Permission is granted. Do it today. Do it now. Tell people about it. Declare it to yourself every single day. Get people around you who can build this dream with you and move forward. Permission granted. You don't need anyone else to say that you can. See, a quantum leap doesn't come from your known tactics, your known strategies. It doesn't come from saying, okay, I want to go to this destination. I know it's going to take me a month. I know if I put these tactics in place, I've got the right people around me, I'm just going to do it and I will get there, I'm absolutely certain. That's not a quantum leap. A quantum leap is going, I want to make this significant change in my life. I've got no idea about the people around me who can get me there. I don't have the resources to get there right now. I don't even know what I need to do to get myself there, but I'm going to make this leap. See, the whole thing is, it's like building a plane while you're on the flight, building the plane on your way up or on your way down, building the plane while you're actually launching and in the air. You build the plane, you build the plan while you're actually on the journey. So you want to set yourself up for success. So how do we do this? Perfect timing. How do we set ourselves up for success? How do we move ourselves forward? There's some specific strategies and tactics that we can put in place to move ourselves forward, to make these quantum leaps. Number one is we need to have community. We need to have people around us who have been where we are and they're moving significantly forward because they have blazed the path before us. They can help us to make the jumps over the hurdles, the difficulties and the challenges that we don't know how to get over right now. They've been there, done that and reached that level of success where we want to go. Those are the people we want to build around us in terms of community. Secondly, we want to build around us people who are committed to making quantum leaps as well. So we have our guides, we have our coaches, we have our light bearers ahead of us. We have the witnesses along the way who can stand ahead and say, watch out, do it this way, make a connection here, learn this, learn that, do this. And we want people around us who are going to say, yes, we can do this. I'm freaking out, but we're going to do this. I'm with you, Craig. I'm with you, Sarah. I'm with you, Lima. We're going to make this move. Janae, we're going to make this move. These are people in my community who are going to move me forward. Community is incredibly important. Number two is the understanding, like Grant Cardone says, is that there is the expectation of creation, not competition. You're creating the quantum leap. You're creating the goal state. You're creating the income, the physical fitness, the relationships that you want. You're not taking from someone else. It's not a zero-sum game where 0 + 1 = 1. If you have the 1, someone else has 0. It's not about that. It's about you making the quantum leap, having the community around you so that you can have what you desire to have and creating the opportunities and the result, and it's not taking from anyone else. You see, when we combine together to compete for our dreams together and champion each other, we're creating. We're not competing. Number 3, you have community. You're in the state of creation. You need to repeat to yourself regularly the goal state you want to be in. Here's an example. I'm so thankful and happy now that I have my goal weight of 92 kgs. Now that's a repetition, a thankfulness, a gratitude that I spoke to myself over the last month, where I put strategies in place. I declared what I was going to do to my family. I put accountability around me. I put a plan in place from getting advice from other people to help me lose 11 kgs. And what did I do? I did it. I couldn't have done it by just telling myself I now have 11 kgs and do nothing about it. I had to declare it, thank it, focus on it, get a community, build strategies in place, and then pursue those strategies every single day. You see, the big goal could not have been achieved without putting little goals every day in place. What were my little goals? Number 1, drink lots of water. Number 2, eat salads. Number 3, drink smoothies. Number 4, stay away from fast food. Number 5, put myself in environments where I can be healthy and keep away from environments like fast food places where I cannot be as healthy as I want to be. So I repeat to myself, I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm at my goal state of 92 kgs. And right now, I'm at that goal state. So community, creation, repetition, and understanding, as Tom Sudi says, failure is magnificent. As John Maxwell says, we fail forward. Failure is a resource. We must push the boundaries. We must make jumps so we can fail and learn, because failure is a resource. It's a tool. It's something we can use to help us move forward. You see, it helps us find the edge of our capabilities, the edge of our abilities, the edge of what we can do, so we can understand where we need to grow, so we can seek the resources, seek the people, put in place the techniques we need to help us move forward, to grow our capacity to create within this community with the repetition in our mind to reach our goal state. Failure is the resource that helps us find the edge of our capabilities. Now, if you don't have a coach around you, someone who can build you, guide you, and help you change your paradigms, move your thinking forward, develop great tactics, then I really encourage you to reach out to me. Reach out on LinkedIn, reach out on Facebook, reach out on Instagram, reach out on Twitter. Just look up Rapid Traction. That's my Twitter account, my Instagram account. On Facebook, you can find me, fb.me. Facebook, Rapid Business Loans, if you're looking for funding for your business to make the quantum leap in your business. Look up m.me/Rapid Traction. You'll find me on Facebook on our motivational page. Just reach out and I'll connect you to great people. For example, Brian and Jenny are the #1 consultants for Bob Proctor. Remember the movie The Secret? Bob Proctor was the founder of this movement about changing your paradigms. Now, Bob Proctor has some coaches and consultants. Brian and Jenny, they are the #1 in the world. And I've had the privilege of being coached by Brian and Jenny. And Jenny's made herself available to do some impact coaching sessions for 15 minutes with people who come through recommendation and referral from me. So reach out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Look for Rapid Traction and Craig Hansen, and I'd be very, very happy to connect you with Jenny, and she will help you move forward. If you want help on an ongoing basis, she can do that. If you want help just on their coaching call, she can do that. But she'll help you identify where you can make and how you can make quantum leaps in your life. So this is Craig Hansen from Rapid Traction. Thank you so much for giving me your time, and I want to partner with you and encourage you and championing you to make quantum leaps in your life every day.